Happy hello everyone and welcome back to Paper Creations by Mindy YouTube channel. Today I'm going to be doing some ink blending and Copic coloring using supplies from 7 Kids Your Crafting Supply Store. I will have all the links provided down below and also on my blog. This video is going to be showing you the card from start to finish, and I have sped it up so it doesn't take too long. I'm starting out with my background by doing some ink blending using my Distress Ink Oxides, which is cracked pistachio, broken china, and faded denim. So this is the first part, just showing you how I blend everything together. Once I finish blending, I will spritz some water on the paper just to add those water spots and dab off the extra with some paper towel. I'm using the stamp Lucky Duck from Gerda Steiner Designs. I think these little duckies are just super cute, so I'm going to go ahead and pick out a couple of them that I think I'll be using on my project and place them on my mini Misty tool. This is an absolute must-have for me personally. I'm horrible at stamping. You can definitely just use a clear block to stamp your images. My luck is something either doesn't stamp completely or line up straight, and this Misty tool is my lifesaver. So I'm stamping the images in Memento Tuxedo Black ink, which is a Copic friendly ink, onto some Neenah white cardstock, and I almost always stamp them twice just so I have nice crisp lines. Now to clean my stamps, I found this super awesome microfiber towel at the dollar store. Maybe you've seen it before, but it's new to me and I love it. I just spritz my rag with some of my cleaner and wipe my stamps. No little hairs or fibers left over on my rag. It's awesome. Here starts the Copic coloring. I just did some real basic shading to the ducks. I am in no way an expert at coloring. I do try to consider where my light source is coming from to add the shadows, but sometimes I just place shadows in places where I just think it would look good. So one thing I do typically always do is color from darkest to lightest. So you'll be seeing me do that for the ducks. I'm starting with the darkest color and then just blending on down to my lightest. And then sometimes I'll come back over and do it again just to add more depth. I will have all the colors I've used listed on my blog for reference. I know it can be hard to see all the numbers that I'm using with the video sped up, so this way it's somewhere you can always refer back to. My background, I cut out this frame using the single stitched rounded rectangle die from MFT. I'm going to be just placing everything onto my card base and figuring out where I want it all to go. This just gives me a little leeway before actually gluing anything down in case something doesn't fit right or I don't like the look of it. I decided afterwards that I was just going to use the one duck, which I cut out with my scan and cut machine. So here I'm just figuring out what sentiment is going to fit onto my card. Then I'm going to take that middle piece and put it in my Misty tool and then just temporarily add that duck just so I can see where I want the sentiment to go exactly. Just be sure if you do this with any of your images to remove it before actually stamping to prevent any ink transferring onto your creation. For this smaller frame, I'm going to be using the Nuvo Deluxe Adhesive, another one of my new favorites. This tip is just perfect. The glue comes out so easily. I have very little clogging, and if I do, it's super easy to clear it up, and it has a really great hold. What's funny about this is I did not realize until I was taking the pictures of the card that I actually applied that middle piece upside down. I think either way it looks great, but I'm really happy it still turned out. To finish off the card, I'm going to be adding some Neat and Tangled Mermaid Tail Sequence Mix. It has a lot of gorgeous colors in it, but I really only wanted the silver ones, so I pulled out a variety of sizes, placed them where I wanted them to go, and then I'm just going to be adding some small drops of the Nuvo adhesive to secure them down. And this dries clear, so not a big deal if it kind of comes through a little bit on them. And because what would be a card if I didn't add the Nuvo Morning Dew Drops? I love this stuff too. This video should be labeled all of my favorites because I've used everything in here that I just truly love. I randomly placed the Nuvo Drops on the card and inside of the sequence mix. I do give it a test squeeze on a scrap piece of paper just in case there are any air bubbles stuck, because you don't want those air bubbles ruining the card. And that completes the card today. I hope you enjoyed it and it inspires you to create. As I said earlier, all of the supplies will be listed down below and on my blog. Be sure to visit 7 Kids, your crafting supply store, to pick up these fabulous products. They have amazing shipping time. Thank you for joining me today and have a fabulous day.